Hi, my name's Juan Hernandez, and I want to talk to you about something that's really important to me. Imagine being homeless, hungry, and alone. And that's how most of my pets were when I first met them. Over 70 million pets are homeless in the United States. Today, I want to talk to you about three simple but powerful actions that can change the lives of our furry friends and maybe even our own lives. Adopting pets, practicing responsible spaying and neutering, and educating communities are essential steps toward ending the crisis for pet overpopulation and improving animal care and safety in the United States. Let's talk about adoption. When you adopt, you save a life. Pet stores and breeders make things worse. Many people still turn to pet stores as well as breeders. These types of places profit from overbreeding and poor sanitary conditions. And the only one who suffers is the pet. At the same time, we have animal shelters that are just overflowing with animals that have been abandoned, mistreated, abused, and some that have never even had a home. Choosing adoption gives these animals a second chance and it makes it harder for breeders to succeed. Let's talk about spaying and neutering. Did you know that a single pair of cats can produce over 400,000 offspring in just 7 years? I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. It's just something that it's something that you can't control, especially if they're not spayed or neutered. Let's talk about overpopulation. If we don't embrace sterilization, then we're only making the problem worse. These little babies, they're going to end up on the street and in shelters, and maybe they might even get killed. You never know. Unlike other animals, cats and dogs usually have a larger litter, which makes this problem exponentially bigger. Spaying and neutering pets directly reduces overpopulation and improves animal welfare. Uncontrolled breeding leads to countless litters every year and may end up abandoned or in overcrowded shelters where euthanasia may be the final option. Spaying and neutering is not cruel, it is compassion. It's a way to prevent suffering. When I was younger, I thought it was abuse, like animal abuse, to do this to animals. But no, it's for their own good. It's for the own good of just all the animals. I would think you can't solve a problem that people don't understand, and that's what I'm talking about. Pet education. People see homeless pets and they think, well, that's not my problem. Well, it is. It affects safety in the streets as well as the harmony of the ecosystem. Proper pet education for current and future pet owners can provide the best life for our pets. Sometimes people buy pets because at first they're really cute, but once the pet gets older, that excitement wears off, and the pet, it just gets treated like an inconvenience, and people, they don't love it the same way they did when they first got it. Adopting a pet, it's a lifetime commitment, and if you're not ready, then maybe you shouldn't adopt. It's okay. Not everybody has to have a pet. Um, Lack of knowledge often leads to neglect or abandonment. People underestimate the investment, time, effort of owning pets. Pets, they're not toys and they're not accessories. Education programs in schools and communities can foster respect for animals and understanding of what we need to do to prevent animals from being homeless and to prevent overpopulation. So, today we spoke about adoptions, spaying, neutering, and education. I hope you can think about how you can make a difference today and tomorrow. One thing I learned from my wife is, caring about dogs and cats. Um, I never was a pet person. I had pets previously, and I wasn't one of those people that really loved animals. I just saw them like, hey, they're there. But my wife is a avid pet lover. She helps any animal that needs help, and that's one thing that she's definitely made me a better version of myself. And I feel like maybe I can brighten somebody's day. A pet that I run into, we always carry dog food in our car and or cat food, and we see a homeless pet, we go over there and give them some food. You never know; that might be the only food they eat that day. Um, So just make sure you if you do the same thing, you put food out, for the animals. Make sure it's not near the street where they can get hit. Make sure it's somewhere safe. So pets, they have feelings and they want to feel loved and safe. So, please remember, you might not be able to change the world, but you can change the world for a small pet, whether you adopt it or not. See what you can do and pitch in. Every little bit helps. Thank you very much.